away we go with week 4 PRT West action. We're headed to Pangea for a World Dom Prog game. I'm your host at Mitch on Risk here for Professional Risk Takers. We're in game 2 of week 4 for these 6 teams. The win in game 1 goes to I Am Mamba of Team JMX. Let's see how these guys spawn. What kind of order we're looking for. I'll adjust your stream screen a little bit here so we can see it all. First in turn order is going to be Quarantine, playing for the 69ers. Second turn order is going to be Math to Law, playing as red for the Philadelphia Freedom. Third in turn order is going to be Zycron, playing as white. Sorry, they both use the same one, so it's confusing. Zycron playing as white for JMX, the winners of game 1. So this early game will be a lot of just jockeying around the map, trying to find your right spots. There's no bonus. Okay, so we do see the bonus taken. I was so wrong. Matt takes the immediate bonus and puts 2 3s there to guard, and we get the laughs from I Am Rugster. That's exactly what we wanted to happen, because that is maximum entertainment value there. Seeing the +2 of Antarctica taken turn 1 there like that. Here goes Zycron for Team JMX, playing as white in this one. Team 4 will be, 4th seat will be Chonk, played by Zango in this one. Team 5, Team Omnia, played by co-owner I Am the Rugster. Mamba gets the win in game 1. Maybe Rugster gets the win in game 2. We'll see. And then Team 6, your host for the week, Grim Shanky and the Reapers. Okay, do we see the Freedom actually get to hold a bonus here? Because that would be awesome. It's just a +2. We are playing World Dom Prog, so it's not like the end of the game, but it could be fun. We do see some attack recommendations from some players. As expected, the Reapers would like to see someone break the Freedom. And we do, in fact, see the break from Rugster, breaking Math to Law. The Freedom have felt teamed on the last few games, as we heard. So how do they react? Do they go just super aggro reaction to that after a frustrating couple of games? They are tops in the league. Coming into this week, they were sitting at the very top position, and they still are even after game 1 here. Tonight, they are at 30 points. Still ahead of Team Omni at 26. JMX makes a big jump after game 1, and they now sit in 3rd place at 25 points. Okay, so we see the no bonus game we were kind of all expecting, although love to see that Mathalot tried to take it. Everybody's had a turn, everybody jockeying for position. It's classic World Dom Prog style of game here, where we're expecting the 69ers to line up the Freedom to line up JMX, JMX to line up Chonk, Chonk to line up Omnia, and Omnia to line up the Reapers. Early in turn order and very late in turn order, like the Reapers, you want to get into some corners and some hiding spots to make yourself hard to kill. You don't have portals here. There are a lot of sea lanes in Pangea, though, and it's a wide open map. but you got to try to hide where you can. You can see the Freedom hiding over on the far left side if they can get a little help from Omnia. See the 5 left there by Rugster in Antarctica to make sure the Freedom don't get any ideas. See what Zychron's going to do. Does he work on lining up Chonk? He'd move that 4 up if he wanted to work on lining him up potentially. Work him down. Okay, so he comes down to connect to this side. So we do see some lining up, some just early lining up there. White lining up orange as expected. This spot here for Zango could be critical in terms of his safety. See Zango lining up blue potentially. Chonk's lines on the Reapers. This 3's in a little bit of a tricky spot unless he starts working his way in. He's got pretty good access down here to the bottom. This 5 is the toughest spot, but still just a 1 here to get through. So really good lines for Chonk to get Omnia potentially in this one. Omnia lining up the Reapers. Lined up in both of those positions, everything there. This is lined up. Maybe just needs more troops here. But potentially that's pretty good lines. And then Grim just wanting to get into spots where he can hide. Thanks to our host, the Reapers, this week for Week 4 of PRT League West. Choosing the settings for Canada Advance in Game 1 and now Pangea here in Game 2. Next week, we've got the 69ers as our host as we play Tuesday at 0 UTC match, Monday night here in the USA. A lot of thinking here from the Reapers. Remember, these guys are in team VCs where they can talk to each other, think, kind of put all their brains together to think of the best plays to make. Reapers maybe making a little bit of a play there to run away from blue, which makes sense. Start spreading out and working into some corners better. Quarantined here for the 69ers. And then Math to Law. Troop count's going to stay really close, even with Math getting a 3 hit early on. It's going to stay really close with the no bonuses here. We are in prog, so that'll change as we get to that second round of sets. A lot of focus in here from Math on Italy and overall Europe. How he wants to line up potentially. Always tricky in World Dom Prog because you got to spend time lining up your player after you in turn order, hopefully, and staying away from the player right before you in turn order. And then just make sure you don't make the total noob mistake of not getting cards on 4. Zango just trying to get into a bunch of different positions on the map, adding it in multiple places. You can see the biggest stack on the map's that 5 that Rugster had to use to break the Freedom. Everyone going real small stacks, trying to get into multi position plays here. Rugs are really just in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions on the map, which may sound like a lot, but that's probably not enough on this. I think Chonk's going to have Omnia lined up very nicely by the time we get to that second set of trades in turn 7. Reaper's kind of keeping the 69ers lined up with their play there. It's definitely what they're trying to line up on the map. Black lining up pink here. You got a 1 that's an outlier. This is connected, this is connected, this is connected, this is connected. I think we see Quarantine continuing to kind of run away from that. Also, Quarantine now connected there to the Freedom. So that's a big play. Connecting that to that could have been kill guarded potentially. Now direct connection there for the 69ers. This 3, or sorry. Yeah, they're connected there, there. This 4 now is a little bit tricky. Although it could come through here if they can get enough on that stack. And this is all connected quite easily. So these 2 4s, they just got to kind of figure out a plan. This could come this way and this could come this way maybe. See what Zychron's working on. JMX should be lining up Chonk theoretically. They've got access to this top left just fine. This is a little bit annoying to get to because they got to go 2 different directions. And this 4 is critical over here. Because of this kind of kill guarded position here, we could see, which is not really kill guarded yet, but could become kill guarded. We could see JMX flip to Omnia as their target. Yeah, we just see a simple 1 taken out there. Chonk just hardcore lining up Omnia. Takes out the 1, moves to the other side so he can hit this stack. It's a real obvious lineup there from Chonk on Omnia. And Omnia kind of moves back into the trap even closer here by moving up. Oh, he doesn't split and guard. I think he's just taking a territory and just happens to be the bonus. Don't think he's threatening at all. And he laughs with it, so I think they're okay. I think we'll see a break there just fine and no one will be upset. Here goes Grim for the Reapers. Slow draft here for the Reapers. Again, this game will pop off here in turn 7. We're finishing up turn 4 here. So we're getting closer to the action. All of these guys setting up their plans for the long game. Next turn we'll have the first set of trades. See, I think we'll see further lining up here by the 69ers, lining up the Freedom. Is he hit and move back? Yeah, he's going to move back. He doesn't want to give up that spot right next to him. think Zychron's pivoting here to figure out how to line up Omnia. Seeing that it's going to be really tough to get Chonk. He's going to break Omnia here, which everyone's good with. But yeah, I think we're seeing Zychron lining up Omnia. And I think Chonk thinks he's got him lined up and he's got him dead to rights, but likely JMX gets him first. This position here is not directly connected. This is connected. This is connected. This is connected. This is really close to connected. So yeah, I think the first kill we likely see is JMX getting the kill on Omnia in turn 7. Omnia also could go with an early trade on those second set of trades, knowing that everyone's got him lined up. We'll see how Roguester decides to play that out. See a 5 left there by JMX again. They're just pretending like they were being everybody's buddy there for the break, but they're really lining up Omnia. Midway through turn 5 here. Roguester maybe trying to still create more. No, he wants to create a... So he's got 2 stacks here on either side of this JMX stack. Maybe thinking that's going to make it tougher to go both directions here. It is an interesting play. And final seat in turn 5 here for the Reapers. They're working into corners. That last in turn order, you just want to be in as many positions in corners hopefully as possible. He's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5, I would say, positions on the map for the Reapers. Here we go. We're going to get our first set of trades. It'll be the 4 trade for the 69ers in quarantined. Just continues his lining up on the Freedom. At some point he'll move that 7 to the left. But for now he wants to get this up to here. No, he just moves it back. Okay. A 5 is now kind of locked in there for the 69ers. That could end badly if they don't get that open back up, but it'll likely open back up within those 2 turns. 6 trade here for the Freedom. Freedom with basically no chance to get JMX. This 8 comes down through here. This 10 can clean up this. But this 3 is a problem. The 4 is a problem. So I don't think JMX is worried about the Freedom getting their kill. 8 trade here for JMX. 10 trade for Chonk. Chonk again keeping those lines on Omnia. We'll see if it's JMX or Chonk that gets that Omnia bounty. Or maybe neither. 12 trade for Team Omnia. Anything Rugster can do here, he's got to figure out a way to maybe create another position, or just to make him a little bit tougher to kill. Sometimes that can mean just going with a really big stack in one spot to make it. Yeah, he gets the 13 stack. That makes whoever's going to try to kill you declare. So if Zycron and JMX are going to go for that kill, they're going to have to declare, hey, we're adding extra 13 to make that kill. It's one strategy here in World Dom Prog to make your potential killer declare themselves early, which adds some risk. The Reapers with another slow draft, just trying to find how to guard themselves. They've done a really good job of getting to a bunch of positions on the board. I think they're a really tough kill for Omnia. Okay, here goes the 69ers. They don't trade on 3. Trade on 3 here, likely only if you're really worried about getting taken out. My guess is the most likely to trade on 3 here would be Omnia. They just can't feel super comfortable about their position. They do probably feel good that they're at 47 troops and the trades are still going to only be like 25 or 30. So it'll affect who trades in early next round. So maybe no kills on this first set, depending on how the cards all work out. On the second set, not the first set, but this next upcoming set. Zycron's still working on lining up everyone. Rugster gives the attack emote. Yeah, just a spread there from Zycron. Not putting anything major, not declaring next to Rugster. So we'll see. It'll also depend on who has a trade on 4 here. Potentially you go get the guy in front of you in turn order also, or the team in front of you in turn order, if they're sitting on 5 cards. So we'll see if that's anyone here. No trades on 3 yet. I don't think Omnia trades up 3. They're on 50 troops. It's probably just enough to make you feel comfortable. No trade. And I don't think we see a trade from the Reapers here either. So it'll all come down to who has cards on 4 here. If we see some people on 5 cards, I think we see some big bounty runs. Next trade will be that 20 trade. So if you can take out something like 40 troops for a 30 or a 35 trade, it becomes very worth it. Especially on 5 cards. Reaper's just doing what they've been doing the whole game, just spreading out across the board, getting into as many positions as possible. They're really in like a 7 or 8 position play now. Done a really good job there, 6th in turn order. Okay, now it all comes down to who trades on 4 here. Okay, we do get the first trade on 4 here from Quarantined and the 69ers. Gets the 20 trade. That'll be a defensive trade. He's not going to go for a kill with that. Almost certainly. If he's going for it, it'd be on the Freedom. And he wouldn't have added there. So it's just a defensive trade there for 69ers. Here comes the Freedom. Do they trade on 4? We do see the 25 trade from the Freedom on 69 troops. Well done, Philly. And I think this will be another defensive trade. Almost certainly. But it makes those next kills very, very worth it, right? So 30 trade, so potentially here for JMX, they get the 30 trade, and if they went and got the kill on Omnia, they would get the 35 trade plus 4 cards, or 35 trade plus an extra card. I guess would be the proper way to say that. So we'll see. See how aggressive Zycron and JMX want to be. JMX did get the winning game 1 from I Am Mamba. Maybe that makes them feel like they can play it risky, or maybe that makes them feel that they can sit back and wait. We'll see how they react here. Yeah, the 11's not enough there for what they would need to do going 2 directions. So I don't think we're seeing a bounty play here. $20 would be enough. But almost all the time used up now. Okay, so it is. It is the bounty, as expected there. JMX goes for the bounty on Omnia. And they get it just in time. But that's the kill there, and JMX continues their huge night in points. They're going to make a big jump in the leaderboard by the end of the night. Where do they go from here? So they're going to sit at 89 troops. We're getting oops from Zango, but they're not going for that kill, Zango. Let's see what Chong decides to do. They get the 40 trade. Do they go after Grim and the Reapers? Tough position for Omnia there. You kind of knew that that kill was coming. There's just no real way to get away. They were just lined up from the start there. And Chonk frustrated because they also had Omnia lined up. They just couldn't get the kill before JMX could. 89 troops here from Chonk, and they're not going for any kill. So we'll see how everything shakes out here. See if the Reapers have the trade on 4. If they don't, the game could snowball. They do. Okay, they have the 45 trade. It'll keep a much more balanced board. They're at 105 troops. They're not going to go for a kill here because it won't trade them in turn, so we'll have to wait for the next set of cards to build up before we see any more kills. Okay, so everyone's on 2 cards going into this turn except for JMX on 3 after their bounty take. They also have a bonus, which I don't think they'll get to keep, as long as everyone pays attention. So this will go back into kind of relining up people, moving away from people. No break there. A guard almost set accidentally, maybe? It's only a +2 and we're getting huge trades, so the bonus probably doesn't matter anymore. But +2 extra there for the troop leader. No, not the troop leader, sorry. The Reapers are the troop leader. Long draft phase here for JMX. They've already got the bounty. They got the winning game one. It's been a great night for JMX. Moving their way up that West leaderboard. After a slow start in the first 3 weeks for JMX. They're now sitting in second behind the Freedom, just 2 points behind the Freedom. One more bounty would put them in first place in the overall standings. And now the tricky spot here for JMX is that they're on 4, so if they trade next turn, they can't get a kill that will trade them in turn. So they have to wait an extra turn. That should be fine, because everyone else is also on 3, so they can't get kills for trades. Unless they do a dry kill. It's potential we could see the Reapers go for a dry kill here of the 69ers, or even the Freedom. Let's see if there's lines on either of those paths. The 15... No. You can't get to the 17, you can't get to the 15, so I don't think we see that here. Reapers just don't have the lines. There would be some reason to go for that kill, but it's just not realistic based off their lines here on the map to go for either the Freedom or the 69ers. Just moving into a corner here for Grimm. Let's see who has a trade on 3 here and if they use it. Yeah, we do. We see the trade on 3. Well, I guess that's true. If one of these two ends up on 4 cards, very likely JMX goes for that kill. So this is probably a defensive trade here. For the 69ers, they go up to 116 troops. If Freedom doesn't have a trade on 3, I think we see JMX go for that bounty. Assuming they have a trade on 4. These positions are really interesting. We're seeing the ads from Quarantine for the 69ers. Very meticulous about where he's adding this defensive trade. Lining up something for the future, potentially. No trade here for the Freedom on 3. They take the fastest turn they can to hope that JMX can't line them up in time. JMX does have the trade. This will be the kill on the Freedom. And the rough stretch for the league leaders continues, as they're going to go out here second. I think. Yes. Just a rough couple of weeks here for the Freedom after they got their big lead in the league. They've been hit hard. They're still technically the league leaders, but that actually they're not. So now that puts JMX at 31 points and moves them into the top spot in the league with that kill. And they're still alive for more points here. That kill moves JMX up to 31 points on the air, 1 point ahead of the Freedom at 30 points. Again, huge night for JMX tonight. They're already on 19 points just tonight. Do we see a snowball here? No, no snowball. Zycron passes the baton to Chonk. And yeah, it looks like Chonk maybe just going to knock down JMX a little bit here. Maybe hope for a kill guard. No trade on 3, it looks like, for Chonk. It'd have to be a dry kill from JMX next turn. Yeah. Just Chonk hoping for some help here from the Reapers to help guard him. We'll see if the Reapers agree. However, the 69ers may even be lining up a dry kill on Chonk. Can they get it? They would go up and around here. That's easy. Double tap this. How'd they get to the 15? Can't get to it. Really close. If they would have added more to this 8, they could potentially get the dry kill on Chonk. And we see thanks coming from Chonk. They're still wanting a guard there from the 69ers. 69ers look like they're doing it. They do. They kill guard him. Let's see what the reaction is here from JMX with that kill guard. Certainly ruined some of the plans there for Zycron, so probably well played by the 69ers to keep the game alive. Okay, we do see the trade, and there's no one that trades him on in turn. So I don't think we see any kill here from JMX. Maybe just lining up for next turn to hope someone's on 4 cards. 5 cards, I guess it would have to be. Okay, it is a trade for Chonk. They get the 70 trade. Chonk would have to get the kill on the Reapers here to get a trade. Do they have that potential? Come up here. It's an interesting spot to add all of those and blocked in. So not going for it. Very defensive play here from Chonk and Zango. Well, he moves it out, okay. 75 trade here from Grim. Okay, we see the 69ers move out into different stacks. They want a big slapper 58 there. On to Zycron, sitting on 227 troops, but nobody trades him in turn here. So I'll have to wait another turn. Zango going for the 69er dry kill. Is it an oops? Oof. He's going to get it on a 3-on-1 to get the kill. Chonk gets the kill in the 69ers dry kill, and that was close. But 3 points for Chonk. Well needed because they are sitting in last place. That may bump them up above the 69ers in the overall standings. We'll take a look. No, still in last for Chonk. They're at 16 points. 69ers at 18 points. They're in 5th in the league standings. But Zango does get the kill there on Quarantined. He'll sit on 3 cards after this turn. And likely gets killed by JMX. Maybe the potential that Grim runs for this. I think Grim's just taking Zango down a little bit. Interesting start to the 3-player endgame. Just very minor hits there. And I think we see the kill, yeah. This is Zycron cleaning up the kill here on Zango. So another bounty and a big, huge night for JMX. They're going to get the kill on Chonk and Zango. And then that should be enough to give them the initiative to go ahead and finish off the win on the Reapers. Alright, here we go with the kill. That's the end of the night for Chonk and Zango. Zycron for JMX getting the bounty. It's the 4th bounty of the night for JMX to add to their win in Game 1, and it looks like they're going to get the win in Game 2 in the full sweep tonight. With back-to-back wins by Mamba and Zycron. The troop difference isn't crazy, but he's got the initiative here. So we'll see how he plays this out. I think you just roll everything, but we'll see. Yeah, that is what he's doing. Rolls him down to a 39. See if Grim's got cards on 3. That could be a game changer. It is cards on 3 for Grim. Okay, let's see how this shakes out. He's just got to run the whole board and he wins. He's got to get 42 more territories. He's about halfway through his time. Remember, the Reapers were the one that set up these settings. So ironic that this 62nd is going to be so critical here to see if the Reapers can finish it off. He's got 26 more territories to hit, 25 more territories to hit. He's got to hit more than 1 second the rest of the way. We get the oops from JMX, 14 more territories, 11, 10. It's going to be super tight here for Grim. He's got 5 more, 4 more, certainly stressed out. Oh, is he going to get it? 2 more, 1 more, and he does get it. That is a win for the Reapers. Grim Shaky pulls off the win in their home map here in Pangea World Prog. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Week 4 of PRT West. Congratulations to the Reapers. I'm at Mitch on Risk here, streaming for professional risk takers. We'll see you guys next week for week